don't play with bitches like you.
It did hurt me at first when I realized I can't get any youth.
The thing about it is, I'm just a humble.
Man wicked, bless up on yourself, enough viewers and subscribers, and welcome back to our next epic update from the great El Chaposcat TV. Paula Llewellyn speaks about Vybz Kartel matter with the privy council. Zimias viewers and subscribers, and Vega speak about J Fresh. The same situation we are circling the social media. You see me? Yeah man, the same topic there. You see me? And Spice and Shenseea show the reason why they were never friends. You see me? I say, Pretty Dan, tell the world why she become who she is today. So stay tuned. So forward.
Hear me a sinner, you don't know Sikaran's the Gaza Vice President. Alright, I represent for El Chaposcat TV channel. You don't know more. Everybody tune in and subscribe to the YouTube channel for the latest update.
So viewers and subscribers, we will kick it off with Pretty Dan.
Band special. And it did hurt me at first when I realized I can't get any youth. It looked like you don't serve any purpose.
Doctor tell her that.
I know that I'm not going to try to. I never try with no gelding.
Wait a minute. Wait, first of all, you're not going to speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
You see what I said? So, what?
Judge God. See more time you see people, you don't know where people are go through, you know. So basically, Pretty Dana said she can bring forth a youth, which is a blessing. And see me as viewers and subscribers. So we don't know what the complicated issue that Pretty Dan born with. We just know so she cannot have kids. And if you hear she asked upon the interview, here she say she make sure I try to show you. So when she says she not try with a girl, then she make sure she say, yo, who she try it with, she's certain so she have to get pregnant. And probably is an individual who have a lot of kids too. So you see why when people can have kids and if you appreciate the fact that knows the Father God bless them if you can have all 5, 6, 7 kids. And you know, so you still have people on the earth and appreciate having kids because when them have kids, them left the kid outside in the hospital in a rubbish bin. Them do some form of double double. And see it now, Pretty Dan wish she could have a kid and she can't have a kid. You see me I say? So yeah people, you know say Spice and Shenseea have them difference. But them have all because people have to say Spice are the queen and Shenseea are the princess. While some people are say Shenseea are the queen. So it causes a problematic with the two most popular female artists in Jamaica. Now we get the knowledge to understand that Spice and Shenseea have been working together. And some serious thing with them calling them the baddies with girl and fight and all type of things. It's like a club shit. Like we have Bad Girls Club, you have something named baddies now. I think it's the most popular thing where I mash up the social media. And I think Spice and Shenseea is also a judge that who choose the people to act in night. You see me? Who for play them role in night. And we have a video footage right now I'm going to show you. A mic was tossed off of Shenseea. And you don't know the thing go. Spice herself come to defend it. And you know the typical Jamaican thing, man. You have enemy on road and when you go to jail together and a best friend. When you help on one another and have each other back. And when you go back on road and you start boop off on one another. You see me I say? So watch what I go on.
I don't play with bitches like you.
The queen.
We're gonna know.
Always here, love.
Shenseea, the very first time you're in our studio, I mean you see.
Hey.
Me not always show you love.
Alright, I'm always
So all
happy
of
for
a
that.
sudden you get up and unfollow me.
Let's go.
You know unfollow, are you unfollow? Me poor that you unfollow me.
Jesus Christ,
So we following each other back? No, we are.
Guys,
Shenseea.
I say you see it? I say this here?
She knows she's.
Guys, why you block me for?
She knows she's there.
Of course it's gonna show us my unfollow you if you block me.
No.
It automatically I gonna unfollow you.
I remember saying me poor that you unfollow me.
Me I know who wanna dance and live.
So based on how Shenseea and Spice are talk, you can know say it's a misunderstanding. You would have two friends and one of the friend them jump to conclusion and block one another. You see me and say, and when Shenseea block Spice or Spice block Shenseea, remember say you can see it on Instagram, you know. So the next individual are gonna race fast and go block and do the same thing. So it's just a misunderstanding going with Spice and Shenseea. And to be realistic, viewers and subscribers are two competitive artists, Shenseea knows say Spice a bad artist, and Spice knows say Shenseea a bad artist. But when we categorize them now, if me categorize them viewers, subscribers, I put Spice for the queen and Shenseea for the princess. Spice work hard, you see me? But now be biased. And she did in the dancehall industry for a while. So if I say Spice and Shenseea can put away their difference and just work together. Because them work together. You see me, pan bodies them work together. As you can see, Spice jump up with a different Jamaican fellow team. You see me I say? So Spice and Shenseea set example for show the different female them in the music organization in Jamaica. Say, yo, just live right and live good. The whole way I try to put bread on our table for feed the kids them. Viewer subscriber Paula Llewellyn speaks in an interview with the great Baruka about Vybz Kartel and the situation about the Privy Council and his freedom and many more things. So listen.
What is this happening here now? Because there's a lot of true things that happen. Say, boy, I'm now going to come out of jail now because they refuse this and refuse that. So you are the best person to...
Well, the thing about it is, I'm just a humble, how should I put it, prosecutor who is going to make an attempt to explain. The thing is, you know that Mr. Palmer and other persons were convicted of murder at the trial. Then the matter went to the appeal court. They appealed conviction and sentence. And you had many days of arguments between their lawyers and lawyers for the crown, for the prosecution. At the end of the day, the judges upheld the conviction and sentence. However, there were arguments in law where their lawyers sought to persuade the Court of Appeal to give them what we call leave to appeal to the Privy Council in England. The Privy Council, according to our structure, legal structure, is still the highest appellate body for Jamaica. So the Court of Appeal in Jamaica, while the matter is there waiting to be heard in England before the Privy Council is there, the lawyers in England and here for Mr. Palmer and the other accused asked permission of the court in Jamaica for the cell phone, which is at the heart of the Crown's case, the cell phone belonging to Mr. Palmer, to be examined by their expert. The court here granted that permission on the condition that the cell phone is to be examined in the presence of the expert, the cyber expert, prosecution. So they were able to examine the phone. So what they did is sought leave from the Privy Council, and they did this in writing. So at the Privy Council, at the Court of Appeal here too, you have to submit written submissions. Then the Privy Council now will decide whether they need to hear from you. So written submissions were submitted by Mr. Palmer's lawyers as well as the lawyers in England for the Crown to do what we call adduce fresh evidence. That is fresh evidence from the expert, their expert who examined the phone. And also they decided to seek permission of the Privy Council to advance or to argue additional grounds that they didn't argue in the Court of Appeal in Jamaica as part of their application for leave, permission to go to the Privy Council. So detailed submissions were submitted by the lawyers for the appellants, as Mr. Palmer and the others, as well as lawyers for the Crown. And we have English barristers as well in England acting for the Crown. And so the Privy Council, having considered the written submissions, decided to refuse the application for leave to adduce the fresh evidence. That is the evidence that they wanted to bring before the Privy Council to try to establish that there was some improper interference with the cellular phone of Mr. Palmer while it was in the custody of the police. So they refused permission to do that, and they also refused permission for his lawyers to advance additional grounds of appeal, in respect of which permission had not been previously granted by the Court of Appeal in Jamaica. So with that, there remains the substantial appeal against conviction and sentence, which will be heard by the Privy Council at an appointed date.
All right, so I'm going to ask you a question. This thing around the cell phone was what Adidja Palmer lawyers was wanted to advance in the court, and they passed that already in the local court. The local court did already throw it down.
No. So what happened? Remember, the prosecution centered a lot of its case on the contents of the cell phone, the voice notes, and that sort of thing.
Yes.
So at the Privy Council, I mean, this thing has gone now. It has gone through Court of Appeal, and at the Privy Council, his lawyers now wanted permission to adduce what we call in law fresh evidence. So whatever the expert found and has put in a report, they wanted to be able to call the expert who would swear on the Bible or affirm, as the case may be, and give that evidence to the Privy Council up there, or so put the written report before them. So that is what they refused, as well as additional grounds that they had formulated.
So you have any idea what the new evidence would be or could be?
Well, what would happen, is that written submissions, perhaps it would be what the expert found, but written submissions of this would be put before the Privy Council, and the reason why it was not available at the time of the trial, because there's a concept in law called fresh evidence, also at the appellate court in Jamaica. So for it to be able to pass muster, it would have to have not been available at the time of the trial, and it would have to be credible, basically. So it is for the Privy Council, having looked at the written submission, to decide as a matter of law whether they could give that permission as a matter of law. Because remember, Mr. Muta Baruka, when we're dealing with law, some people think that the law can be an act, but when you're dealing with law, it's an objective situation. It's not about how you feel or whether the person who is appealing is popular. It's about what the case law that has been decided over the years, what it has to say on the point, and the material that the lawyer, whether for the Crown or for the defense, is going to put before the Privy Council to say, this is why, and this is the case law that supports that. So they looked at all the written submissions and they refused applications.
What Adidja Palmer lawyers are asking for, is there precedence to that they could bring to the Privy Council or the court down here?
Well, if you're looking at the concept of fresh evidence, it's a concept known to law. The concept of fresh evidence, it's a concept, well-known concept known to law. But the thing is, whether the material or what they're seeking to advance as the reason why they didn't put it forward before, or of what import it's going to be in the scheme of things, it's whether as far as the judges are concerned, it is justified by the case law, or whether the case law can be cited to justify them. If they don't find that the case law, the objective case law, and the material presented, that it match, then they are not going to allow you.
Okay.
It has happened here in Jamaica.
So what will happen now? What will happen now? Now that this is happening?
Happens? They having refused these applications. The main substantive appeal now against conviction and sentence will be heard by the Privy Council at a date that they will set. You understand? So it's a substantive appeal now, where they are saying, based on this evidence, based on this particular ground of appeal that we are advancing, we should not have been convicted, and we should not have, and therefore the sentence should be set aside. So what they want is for the conviction to be quashed and the sentence set aside. But when you are in the appeal court, it's not a trial of the case all over again. That's like when the jury sit and hear the evidence and hear the witnesses give the testimony and hear your cross-examination. That is not what happens on appeal. On appeal, it's all about the law.
Is who said it. You know how long them want you come down? Remember say you walk and talk about thing name come down, you know. And you were became the #1 vlogger in our space, and then you go have a level of confidence with it, then you go start answer to people, style back people when them style you, show some arrogance according to them, quote unquote hype. I know what you say, brother. A long time they want you to come down. Them just did that wait. I get something when they say, then can use this to tell you come down. Yeah, man. You see, when you do the interview with Shenseea, a whole heap of people they want you to come down. Then find something now for you.